It's a sunny day. The park is buzzing with laughter, the pool is glistening, the campground smells like wood smoke and hot dogs, and the roller coasters are packed with thrill seekers screaming in joyful terror. What could possibly go wrong? Quite a bit, actually, because while leisure is good for the soul, it can also be suspiciously good for bacteria, fungi, viruses, parasites, and the occasional arthropod with a taste for human ankles. Welcome to the underappreciated realm of recreational microbiology, a place where your most carefree moments might just be the sneakiest health risks of your week. Let's begin where most leisure begins in the summer, the public pool. We've already learned that chlorine isn't a magical force field, and that kids, and some adults, let's be honest, treat pool water like their own personal bidet. Recreational water illnesses, RWIs, are now a full category in public health, with usual suspects like Cryptosporidium, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, and Giardia lamblia leading the microbial parade. Think eye infections, skin rashes, diarrhea, earaches, and in rare cases, respiratory distress. Chlorine helps, but it's easily overwhelmed, especially when mixed with a generous amount of sweat, urine, and sunscreen stew. If your eyes burn the moment you walk into an indoor pool, that's not chlorine. That's the scent of chloramines, your cue to exit or hold your breath until you reach the jacuzzi. Speaking of hot tubs, those steamy symbols of relaxation are actually five-star hotels for Pseudomonas and Legionella. These bacteria flourish in warm, aerated water with less than perfect sanitation, and they love to cause things like hot tub folliculitis, Legionnaire's disease, and respiratory irritation, especially in underventilated spa rooms with a light fog of human exhalation and regret. Bonus points if someone brought in body oil or shaved right before entering. Now, let's step outside to parks and campgrounds, where people go to reconnect with nature and sometimes end up on antibiotics. Communal camp showers and pit toilets are minor germ zoos, but the true wild cards are the bugs. Ticks carrying Borrelia burgdorferi, Lyme disease, mosquitoes with West Nile virus or Zika, and the occasional raccoon depositing Bacillus ascaris prasinus, a roundworm that can actually mess with your brain, can all be lurking while you're busy trying to toast marshmallows and ignore the weird smell from your neighbor's tent. Even soil in well-trafficked campsites can harbor fungal spores like histoplasma or bacteria like Clostridium tetani. Yes, tetanus is still a thing. Hope you got your booster. Playgrounds, those cheerful plastic jungles of scraped knees and shrieks, often double as microbial touch tanks. Studies have found coliform bacteria, yes, poop-related, on swing sets, monkey bars, and even those fake steering wheels kids spin like they're late for soccer practice. In warm weather, bacteria thrive on plastic and metal surfaces touched by sweaty little hands. If there's a sandbox, assume it's at least partly catbox. Also, it's a favorite litter box for wildlife, stray pets, and that one neighborhood raccoon with no respect for property lines. Moving on to amusement parks where the adrenaline is high and the hand-washing rates are not. Thousands of people gripping the same safety bars, sweating in enclosed spaces, screaming into shared air on every twist and drop. The surfaces of ride restraints are rarely disinfected between users, and kids love to touch everything, then immediately eat a churro. Norovirus has made appearances in parks before, not just on cruise ships, and in the lazy rivers or splash zones of water rides. Well, by now you know exactly what's floating in there. Let's not forget public restrooms, the unsung heroes of all recreational spaces. Even when clean-looking, they are hotspots for E. coli, staphylococcus, and whatever that sticky thing was near the sink. Soap dispensers, hand dryers, and faucet handles are all microbial swap meets. But the true villain? The unattended diaper change on a picnic table. If you've witnessed it, you know the horror. If you haven't, you will. Now, this isn't to say we should all become hermits with antibacterial spray holsters strapped to our belts. Recreation is vital for health and well-being, just maybe with a few ground rules. Wash your hands often, especially before eating. Shower after swimming. Don't ignore weird rashes, strange bites, or lingering coughs that started right after that zipline adventure. Keep shoes on in public showers, flip-flops in locker rooms, and bug spray on your ankles if you're hiking in shorts. And maybe don't assume that the splash pad is a sterile oasis just because the water is chlorinated. It's more likely a bubbling broth of joy, pee, and questionable parental judgment. So yes, leisure is good. But behind every picnic, pool party, and pony ride is a subtle, microbial subplot. It's not paranoia. It's just biology in action. The good news? A little awareness goes a long way. The bad news? You're probably still thinking about the sandbox catbox thing.